Yo, what's up guys, I'm Yannick from the Producer School and we're starting a brand new series on our channel where we will be creating a deep house track from start to finish. I'm going to start with a basic ID for the drop and we'll move forward to the breakdown, build up, fine tuning the track and mastering. You can follow along with all the steps that we're doing, and at the end of the series you should be able to create a deep house track as well. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. And with that being said, let's get straight into the video. In this series we'll be using our brand new deep house pack called Vision. Vision is the ultimate deep house pack, including presets, samples, project files, vocals and so much more. It's a modern deep house producer pack inspired by names like Medusa, Cream, Joe Corey and so many more. If you want to support the pack, then make sure to use the link in the description, and we always like to see that you guys are using our packs. Now let's go into FL Studio and start with the track. I'm going to use one of the vocals that's in Vision because that makes it really easy to create an ID for a track. So let's see which one I like.
I've been going, you ghosting me, na 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 na. Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? Can we stop?
I'm really feeling this one, so let's drag it into the playlist like so. It's 103 BPM and my project file was already 103 BPM. That's usually the tempo of deep house, but you can also go a little bit higher or lower. Doesn't really matter that much. Let's put in a kick to get some rhythm going. I like this one.
Can we stop?
Let's lower down the volume of the vocal a little bit so it doesn't clash that much with the kick.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know about you, but I'm falling so deep.
The vocal stays on like one note, and I think that's a cool idea to do with the bass line as well, to just use the root note of the track and make it as the only note that's playing in the bass line. Let's put up a preset from Serum to create a bass width. I want to go for a plucky bass, and we have that in Vision. So let's see which one works. I actually like that first one called Depth, I think. Yeah, this. It's really plucky and punchy, and that's the vibe I want to go for. So as the vocal says, it's in F minor, so I'm going to put the note in on F, like this, and let's just create a rhythm or something. I think F is a little bit too low, so I'm going to put it one semitone up. And then it's F sharp, but then we also have to move the vocal up one semitone. So let's select it to stretch and pitch it one semitone.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see?
Let's put the bass line underneath it.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know about you, but I'm falling so.
That's actually pretty sick. I think we can turn this into something cool. Maybe do some note changes in the second part of the drop. But I think in the first part of the drop it's really cool to just stay on one note. And let's see if we can add another bass to make the bass a little bit more interesting. So let's search for some nice presets. Maybe one octave lower.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see?
I think a crunchy bass like this one. It sounds like a saw wavetable, but it's actually a sine, but then it goes through distortion and compression, which makes it sound like a saw wavetable. It just adds some nice crunch on top of the other bass. Let's also add just a basic sub bass. I have a preset for that, which is just really basic. Just a sine wave with a little bit of distortion, I think. Let's see. Just a little bit of tube distortion. And let's make the envelope a little bit shorter so it matches the other basses. think that would work. Let's put them all in a mixer channel like this over here. And let's just start EQing them. I want to leave the low frequencies for the sub bass. That's usually how you get the most clean bass. So let's remove some of the low frequencies of this bass. I still wanted to have some low frequencies, so I'm not going to remove all of them. Like that, and let's EQ the other one as well, the crunchy one. And for this one, I just really want the top end, so I'm removing a lot of the low end. And for the sub, I only want the really low frequencies, so let's put this preset of the EQ on it. And to make a sub a little bit better hearable on phone speakers and stuff like that, you can add distortion like Camel Crusher, but just really low, so it doesn't sound that distorted. But it can just add some harmonics. Like this. Let's put it in mono with this one. I think the sub envelope is a little bit too long still. Let's start mixing the basses a little bit more. I want to play it with the kick, so I have kind of reference how it should sound. Now it's completely clashing with the kick, and that's because we don't have sidechain on it. I'm going to do that as well in a bus. But first let's just mix the individual basses. This one can use a little bit of compression, which I'm doing with the glue. Then the other one could use maybe some distortion with Camel Crusher. And let's remove a little bit of the high frequencies. I think they're a bit too sharp. Like over here, this is really harsh. I think that works. Let's put them in a bus like this. Maybe we're gonna add another bass on top of this later. Not sure yet. Let's give the color like this, and let's put some sidechain on it with kickstart. I think that sounds pretty solid. Let's see how it works with the kick. I still want to keep a little bit of I still want to keep a little bit of that punch that the first bass has, so that's why I'm putting the mix to not 100% but like 84 or 83. I want to make the crunchy bass a little bit wider, so that's why I'm using this plugin called Wider. It's a little bit like Hyper in Serum, just makes it wider, I think. Like this. Let's put the vocal on top of it and let's see how it sounds.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know about you, but I'm falling so deep.
That's pretty cool. I think the vocal sounds a little bit too dry right now. It's not even mixed yet, so that's why. Let's put it in a mixer channel and do some basic mixing. Let's lower down a little bit of the low frequencies.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know about you, but
boosting a little bit of the high end so it's better hearable in the mix.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know about you, but
all the vocals in Vision are already well mixed and stuff like that, so I'm not going to put crazy compressors on it because that's not necessary.
Can we stop pretending like?
Let's add a Valhalla room for some reverb. I think could be cool. Just really short.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see?
I think I want to go with this really dry vibe, so that's why I'm putting the decay really low and the mix pretty high.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know about you, but I'm falling.
And let's make the size a little bit smaller.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know.
Let's add kickstart to see how it sounds with sidechain on in the drop.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know about you, but I'm falling so deep.
It's already getting there. Maybe I want to add a delay, but I'm not sure yet.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see?
Yeah, maybe this part could use a delay because it's pretty empty right here after this vocal stop. So let's go with a P controller. I've showed this trick before, I think. I'm going for a delay 3 because you have a little bit more settings you can play with. And let's route the wet level of the delay 3 to the P controller and select inverted so we can control the delay with the P controller. Let's move some settings like this.
I don't know about you, but I'm falling so deep. Can we stop?
Okay, the delay needs some work. I'm going with a high pass filter like this.
I don't know about you. I don't know about you, but I'm falling so deep. Can we stop pretending like no one has to see?
Let's lower down it even more because I think it's a little bit too loud. Let's set to ping pong mode.
I don't know one has to see. I don't know about you, but I'm falling so deep.
I think that works pretty cool, especially in the parts where there's no vocal playing. It just fills up the drop a little bit more.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know about you, but I'm falling so.
Let's copy this part like this. Drag it like so.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know about you, but I'm falling so deep. Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know about you, but I'm falling so deep.
In the second part of the drop, I want to do some note changes with the bass. So let's put the bass right here and make it a unique pattern. And I want to go with this typical like deep house progression. Like this. Pretty generic bass line, but yeah, it works, I think. This one should be down 1 octave. And the sub as well. The sub goes a little bit too low here, so that's why I'm putting it up 1 octave. Otherwise we don't have any more bass frequencies in the sub. I'm really curious how that would sound with the vocal. Let's put it on top of it like this, I think.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see?
That gives it a completely different vibe, but I really like that. So it switches up the drop.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know about you, but I'm falling so deep.
Let's start working on the drums a little bit more, because right now we only have a kick. I want to have the kick playing in the first part, and after that the clap will come in for some variation. This is just a really nice deep house clap. Maybe pitch it down. Yeah, that works.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know about you, but I'm falling so deep. Can we stop pretending like no one has to see?
Let's layer it with another clap. Maybe this one. Yeah, that works, I think. Let's copy it like this.
Can we stop pretending like no one has seen? Can we stop pretending like no one has seen? Can we stop pretending?
And this clap has a nice pre-shift to it, so it hits a little bit before the kick. Like that. Let's also put those kicks into a mixer channel and add a little bit of reverb. Just a little bit. Maybe some EQ. I want to do it with the reverb too. And just a wet level really like low, like 15 or 70%. Just makes a really small difference.
Can we stop pretending like no one has seen? I don't know but you.
Maybe pitch this down as well.
Can we stop pretending like no one has seen? I don't. Can we stop pretending like no one has seen? I don't know but you, but I'm falling so deep. Can we stop pretending like no one has seen? I don't know but you.
Let's add some percussion to give the drop a little bit more groove. This one could work. Also, white noise is really cool to use.
Can we stop?
Just really short for some like exhaust impact thing.
Can we stop?
Let's use another percussion. This one is cool. It has a really short delay on it, which makes it like super wide, but I want to make it a little bit more mono, so that's why I'm using this button over here to control the stereo separation of the sound. Let's add some reverb maybe.
Can we stop?
That's actually pretty cool. With the same reverb. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Let's put the other percussion here for variation. Oh wait, we need another one. This one can be cool. Let's put it in the same mixer channel as well.
You, but I'm falling so deep. Can we stop pretending like no one has seen? I don't know but you, but I'm falling so deep.
Let's see, like I think we need effects like down filters and stuff like that, because right now it doesn't have that much energy. Down lifter 3 could work.
Can we stop pretending like no?
Or
can we stop pretending like?
Yeah, this one is better. Let's add some sidechain to it.
Can we stop pretending? Can we stop pretending like no one has seen? I don't know but you, but I'm. Can we stop?
Maybe let's drag the down filter a little bit to the right, so it hits later than the first kick.
Can we stop pretending?
Yeah, that's better.
Can we stop pretending like no one has?
I think we have a tonal down lifter as well. This one.
Can we stop pretending? Can we stop pretending like no one has? Can we stop pretending like no one has? Can we stop pretending like? Can we stop pretending? Can we stop pretending like?
No, it doesn't work, I think. Let's just remove it like that. Maybe add some drum loops when the claps are coming in. Like the shaker loop.
Can we stop pretending? I don't know about you, but I'm falling so deep. Can we stop pretending? I don't know about you. Can we stop it?
Or this one.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know about you, but I'm falling so deep.
Let's extend the clap over here and add a reverse clap so you get this nice clap fill thing going on. Let's select it to this mode and do it like.
I'm falling so deep. I'm falling so deep. I know about you, but I know about you, but I'm falling so deep. I know about you, falling so deep.
That sounds nice. Let's put the drum loop over here as well. I'm going to add more drum loops, but maybe we'll do that in the fine-tuning video. I think I need something on top of the bass, maybe like a brass step or something. I know that we have one really cool preset for that. So let me just check the preset. It's a synth, I think. Yeah, this one. Let's see if we can add this on top of the bass line to give it some more impact. Like that. Just on every first 4 bars. And let's just remove the low frequencies. Add some reverb with Valhalla Room. Or maybe I would just want to go for reverb 2. Feel like this works better for this brass. And some side chaining as well. Let's see if we put it on top of the bass line.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know about you.
I think that sounds pretty cool. I think some distortion can work as well. Yeah, that's.
Can we stop? Can we stop? Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know about you, but I'm falling so deep. Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know about you, but I'm falling so deep. Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know, but
this note change really makes a difference for this nice switch up. Let's add a hi-hat, and I think that's it for this episode right now. Maybe I'm going to do something else, but maybe we'll move that to the next video. This one is great.
can we stop pretending? Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know about you, but I'm falling so deep. Can we stop pretending like no one has to see?
Let's add another hi-hat for variation. This one maybe.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see?
Let's pan it to the left.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know about you, but I'm falling.
Let's add another drum loop right here. Let's see if we can find a nice one in Vision. This one can work, I think.
Can we stop pretending like
It's 1 or 2 BPM, so let's stretch it so it fits the tempo of this song.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know about you, but I'm falling so deep. Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know about you, but I'm falling so deep. Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know about you, but I'm.
And I see that I forgot to copy the percussion, so let's do that as well.
Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I don't know about you, but I'm falling so deep. Can we stop pretending like no one has to see? I but you, but I'm falling.
And that's it, I think, for this first episode. I made an initial ID for the drop and the track as well, with this vocal from our pack. In the next episode, Nick will be doing the breakdown and fine-tuning other part of the track. And the drop is not finished yet, but the idea is there, and we'll just continue working it during the episodes, and you can follow along. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, because we'll be hosting a giveaway of Vision this Friday, and you can get a chance to win the pack. For now, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.